Skincare creams are everywhere. You walk into a store, and you see dozens of bottles lined up, each one promising instant glow, fairness, whitening, hydration. And sure, some of them actually do what they claim. But let's be honest. Most of them are expensive. Not everyone can afford to keep buying these products again and again. So today, instead of talking about what's on the shelves, I want to take you into a completely different direction. I want to show you something that comes straight from tradition, something that costs almost nothing, yet gives your skin the kind of natural glow that doesn't fade after a week. This is not a face mask. It's not just a random DIY hack. It's a complete herbal cream that you can make at home. And the surprising star of this recipe is chrysanthemum flowers. Yes, the same flowers that you see in gardens, the ones often used just for decoration, actually hold within them a secret for naturally brighter, softer, and healthier skin. Before I show you how this cream is made, let me share why this method is so special. In many parts of Asia, China, Korea, even South Asia, chrysanthemum has been used for centuries. People drink it as tea to cool the body. They use it in traditional remedies to calm inflammation, and in some cultures, it's considered a flower of healing. But very few people know that it can also be used in skincare. Now, don't get me wrong, market creams do work. They are designed in labs, backed by research, and often give quick results. But there's always that thought at the back of the mind: chemicals, side effects, and the cost. Herbal creams, on the other hand, may not act instantly, but they are gentle, safe, and budget-friendly. And when I first learned about this particular method of making chrysanthemum cream, I was surprised at how unique it is. Because it's not just mixing ingredients, it's actually a process almost like cooking a dish, where every step matters, and the result is something your skin will thank you for. So let's begin. Imagine this as a little journey into your own kitchen lab. The first thing I do is pick fresh chrysanthemum petals. They're soft, colorful, and filled with natural oils. I rinse them gently to remove any dust, and then I place them into a small pan with a glass of full cream milk. As the milk begins to simmer, something magical happens. The petals soften and slowly release their goodness into the milk. The kitchen fills with a light floral fragrance, calming and delicate. I let it cook on low heat for 10 to 15 minutes, just enough for the milk to absorb the antioxidants, the soothing compounds, and the natural brightening elements from the flower. When it cools down, I take the petals and milk together and blend them into a smooth, creamy paste. That's my chrysanthemum base. But here's where the story takes an ancient turn, because the next step is something you won't see in any modern recipe. I take pure ghee. Yes, clarified butter, the same ingredient used in Ayurvedic practices for thousands of years. Ghee is not just food, it's medicine for the skin. It penetrates deeply, hydrates like nothing else, and gives that soft, youthful bounce. But here's the catch: you can't just use ghee as it is. You need to transform it. So I place a spoon or two of ghee into a clean bowl, and then I begin to whip it. Circular motions, round and round, over and over again. 1, 2, 10, 20, until I reach a full 100. And you might ask, why 100? This comes from Ayurvedic tradition. It's believed that by whipping ghee 100 times, you activate its potency, turn it lighter, fluffier, and easier for the skin to absorb. And you can actually see the difference. What started as a heavy, oily texture slowly becomes soft, creamy, almost like whipped butter. That's when I know it's ready. Now comes the moment of magic. I take the chrysanthemum paste and gently fold it into the whipped ghee. At first, the two look separate: yellow ghee and creamy white paste. But as I stir, they blend together, forming a golden herbal cream with a texture that feels rich yet light. I keep stirring until it's perfectly smooth. But there's one final touch. I add a spoon of organic honey. Not too much, just enough to sweeten the formula. Honey is a natural preservative, which means this cream can last in the fridge for over a week. But more importantly, honey itself is a gift for the skin. It brightens, hydrates, and keeps bacteria away. With that final stir, the cream is ready. And when I look at it in the jar, it's hard to believe this came out of such simple ingredients. So how do I use it? At night, after washing my face, I take a small amount and apply it in a thin layer. Sometimes I just use it on my lips, sometimes across my whole face. The texture feels rich at first, but then it melts into the skin, leaving it soft and nourished. When I wake up in the morning, the difference is clear. My skin feels hydrated, My lips soften in, and after a few days, even the dull patches begin to fade. Now, I won't claim this cream will make you fair overnight. That's not how natural remedies work. But with consistent use, it gently transforms the skin. It evens out the tone, softens the texture, and gives that natural brightness which doesn't look artificial. For lips especially, it works wonders, slowly turning them smoother and lighter, almost pink. And the reason it works is simple. Chrysanthemum is loaded with antioxidants that fight dullness and calm the skin. Milk contains lactic acid, which gently exfoliates and brightens. Ghee deeply hydrates, keeping the skin youthful. And honey locks everything in while adding its own glow. Together, they form a powerhouse blend, completely natural, completely safe. Now compare that to market creams. Yes, they are faster, and yes, they are effective, but they also cost a lot, and many people can't keep buying them. This herbal cream is simply another option. It's for the student who can't spend on skincare every month. It's for the homemaker who prefers natural remedies. It's for anyone who wants to try something affordable, yet effective. And the best part, it's made by your own hands. So you know exactly what's inside. I remember the first night I tried it. Honestly, I wasn't expecting much. It felt like just another DIY experiment. But the next morning, when I looked in the mirror, my lips weren't as dry as usual. My skin felt softer. And after a week, I could actually see the difference: less redness, less dullness, and a subtle glow. That's when I realized this isn't just a random remedy. It's like bringing back an old secret hidden in plain sight. So here's the truth. Market creams have their place. They're quick, they're convenient, and if you can afford them, they work. But if you're looking for something natural, safe, and easy to make, this Chrysanthemum Glow Cream might surprise you. It's not about choosing one over the other, it's about having choices, and this one is as budget-friendly and authentic as it gets. If you'd like me to show you an even stronger version, one designed only for lips, then let me know in the comments by typing Glow Secret Part 2. Who knows? Maybe your next glow up won't come from a store at all. Maybe it will start with a simple flower growing in your own garden.